What's going on, Buzzed Outdoors fans? This week's show, Matt Eilertson and I and a couple other guys are out on the Rainy River chasing hog walleyes. Stay tuned.
All right, well, that's a little bit better fish. We're doing something a little bit different than most of these other boats out here. And this is really the first sign of good results that we've had, but we've been picking off a few walleyes, a few smaller ones, but this is a nice fish here. It's probably a 23, 24 incher.
Where are we and when are we doing it?
Healthy, yeah, we're up on the Rainy River, in case you didn't notice. We're dodging icebergs left and right. That one came on just a regular trolling rod with some fire line, long lining, and it actually hit this thing right here. And that's a flicker minnow, Berkeley flicker minnow. I believe that's a number 9 in the deep diver with about 130 feet out. We're in about 13 feet of water.
Tell everybody you're going to be doing it live Saturday morning.
Yeah, then that's also true. We're going to have a live radio broadcast Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 95.5 FM KBEK. I better get this fish back. Hopefully we're getting onto something here.
Measure them quick?
No, that's all right. There she goes. Nice release. Fish was good. Hopefully we're just starting to stumble onto something here. The jigs just weren't doing it, so we decided to try trolling 3-ways. Check that out. Plenty of geese flying around. Fish might start biting. Wind died down. We got a little bit of sun. We'll get some more. Over and out. All right. Not sure how big this one's going to be. Staying down like a good fish though. This is the second fish on the number 9 flicker minnow.
Get him over here, man.
That's a nice fish. It looks like it's mid-20s again. Show them to you in a sec. How about that one? She's healthy. Try to get her unhooked here for you guys. Need a pliers, so. Got my fingers in the mix here too. Hang on here, sorry. There. It's a nice fish. Not quite as long as the last one, but 3-way rigs, it's working. She's a beautiful fish. We'll get her back released. Nice belly on her. You get a picture there, Jordan?
I can take one too before.
There she goes. Healthy. All right, well, as you can see here, you guys, like I said, we're running 2 rods on 3-way rigs with about 3-ounce weights, just trolling against the current, but we're trolling pretty fast, going about 1 mile an hour, and that is a number 9 flicker minnow right there, kind of a gold chrome color. And Darren's catching a few on just like a shad color, just a silver black back. But it's kind of weird, the last couple of really good fish have been on the long line. And the 2 3-way rigs we got going have been cold, but they were the ones that were getting hit right away. So we'll see. I'm gonna let this thing back down. Like I said, we're in probably 12 to 14, 15 feet of water. The river kind of does a lot of up and down because of the current. I think those fish are just kind of laying in those troughs. And ideally, those three-way rigs do a better job of getting down into those troughs. If you're holding your rod, you can drop it down and get right into those seams or those troughs where those fish are laying. But for whatever reason, they're not afraid to hit the long line that's just kind of cruising over the tops of those. But the water's relatively clear, it's early. The ice is going to be around for a little while, at least in some of the rivers and things, so the water should stay relatively clear, and obviously the fish aren't afraid to come up and hit a bait that's maybe 2-3 feet off the bottom. So not something that's typical, but it's working, so we're going to keep doing it. We'll check in a bit. Over and out.
Always make sure to like and subscribe.
Still letting out line?
I just emptied it. Or just stopped it.
Wow. Well, you're on camera, buddy. Tell us what's going on.
All right, yeah, we're up on the Rainy River here. What were you saying? This is a number 9.
Number 9 flicker minnow again.
9 flicker minnow again. Didn't even get to set the rod down, and it hit right away.
That one might even eat.
Eat that one, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Should be good here. Got down a little farther down river than last time when we caught the last ones, but
how did that one bite? Because it was a little different, right?
Yeah, it hammered it. There was nothing to it.
And you just let your line out.
Yeah, just let it out. Didn't even get to set the rod down, and it hammered it. It was hungry.
Good deal. Well, we better get a measurement. Make sure it's underneath.
Head thumping going on there. We're here with the host of Minnesota Outdoors.
Yeah.
No wonder we're catching big fish.
See? Starts getting close to the boat. He might not want to come up. He's staying down. Your drag okay?
KBEK radio, by the way, 95.5 on your FM dial. Got a big one, George.
Take it easy if he wants to stay down. You let him. Okay, there he is. That's a nice one. Okay, bud, bring him to me.
Oh, nice fish.
Nice one. It's bigger.
Yeah, that's
He's probably been following you since we dragged your bait under that ice bridge.
Yeah, for sure.
Punch an icon in there, guys.
For sure.
Nice. Got the smoke hanging out of the lip. That's classic.
That's a nice look. You know what else is nice? Is this Lindy rig set up here.
Good healthy fish. They pull a little different, don't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
So that fish has now caught, or that bait,
There it
caught
is.
5 out of the last 6 fish.
Here you go, bud.
Might want to try and duplicate that color.
Got him?
Yep.
Why don't you talk to the camera?
Again, it hit on a number 9. What was it, a flicker? Flicker spoon?
Flicker minnow?
Flicker minnow. Like Darren just said, it's caught the last 5 out of the 6 fish we got here. I'm just cruising up and down the Rainy River here. Made it a little farther down east this time, and hit hard, really hard.
Yeah, you did.
Hopefully this will keep going as we keep moving down here. A couple more boats than this morning, but shouldn't be a problem.
These fish.
That's right here.
Dude, right perfect
Oh,
time.
that's a good one. Hey, I'll just call you back.
Good one, Matt?
Yeah, it's better.
really good.
Three-way rig strikes, huh? Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Here we go. There we go. That's a nice eater.
Watch this. What is this line?
Try to get this thing unhooked here quick. There. That is how you want them to hit a crankbait right there. That's a number 11 flat wrap, Rapala flat wrap. Color hasn't seemed to matter a whole lot. That one came on the three-way rig. I'll kind of show you guys what I got rigged up here in a second. We got a pliers floating around. So there again, there's that flat wrap, and there's the result. Very healthy looking Rainy River walleye right there. Get a quick measurement on him. Jordan, you got that with that board? He's a little too big to keep, about 20 inches, but very healthy fish. A lot of the fish we're catching today are probably river fish. It's about the third weekend of March right now, and there's still a lot of ice. The river has just opened up, and the big push of walleyes coming out of Lake of the Woods is yet to happen. I'm gonna put this fish back here real quick, and I'll show you guys kind of what we're using here. So we're doing two different things. Obviously we're trolling. We're going against the current. Right now the current's probably a little bit slower than it probably is in a normal year at this time. But given the cold weather we've been having up north still, there hasn't been a whole lot of smaller creeks and rivers opening up just yet. So a lot of things are still frozen. And here's a basic three-way rig setup right here. As you can see, I have a three-way swivel tied up here. And then I have about a 3-foot lead going to my crankbait here. I just have a snap, so it's really easy to change cranks, change different baits, whatever. And right now with the current, we're using about a 3-ounce weight on just a snap swivel here, on about a 1.5 foot, about an 18-inch lead. And basically, as we're running along the river, this weight is just maintaining constant bottom contact, and that's allowing this crankbait to just kind of flutter about a foot or two off the bottom. And like I said, we're just kind of going against the current, but we're going a lot faster than most people are going. You know, you don't have to be going very fast. You can just be idling along at maybe a half a mile an hour, but we're actually trolling about 1 to 1.5 miles an hour, which is a lot faster than most people would troll in a river. And that's been working pretty good. We've been using just long line and crankbaits on number 10 fire line. That's working too. You got to let out about 100, 130, 150 feet of line depending on what kind of a lure you're using. But with a flat wrap like this lure is only going to dive maybe 1 or 2 feet, and on a short lead, that's really all you need. Shallow diving stick baits work really good on these three-ways. You don't want something that's going to dive super deep, so we'll keep rolling with it.
Thank you for watching our Rainy River update. Weather permitting, I'll be going back up in 2 weeks. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.